is Tia Ballard.
This is Todd Habercorn.
This is David Vincent.
Hey, this is Sam Whitwer.
This is Phil Lamar.
And you are listening to the Points of Interest.
Points of Interest.
Points of Interest.
And you're listening to Points of Interest Podcast Network.
Keep listening.
Well, hello, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
The bull is coming for it. I don't know. This is either the bull or devil horns, but one or the other. In Orange County, this is also the anteater.
Oh, okay, because you're doing the too sweet right now in wrestling.
Oh, or the too sweet.
Is
that what it is?
Yeah, when you do it with your fingers out like that, like you're just doing with the whatever you just said. Yeah, that's the too sweet. Yeah, that's
so. This is the mascot of University of California, Irvine. They are the anteaters. So this is their little anteater symbol.
Interesting.
Hey, our University of California. God, I forget which part. Oh, Santa Cruz are the banana slugs. So, I mean, at least you're not a banana slug. So.
The banana slug. That might be the most interesting college mascot.
Yeah. Not very frightening when you're on the football field.
No. It's a banana slug. Oh, okay.
The Trojans versus the banana slugs.
Yeah. Have you seen this? Have you seen the new version of baseball? It's like the banana something or other.
There's a new version of baseball?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like this, it's more flamboyant, I guess. Like,
is it called banana something?
Yeah. Damn it, I can't think of what it's called. I can't. It's a minor league or like beer league level, but it's like making like a tour out of it.
Is it the Savannah Bananas?
Yes. It was banana something. I'm not a baseball guy.
It's called Banana Ball, which is a new experience for fans at the ballpark for the Savannah Bananas. They have their own banana ball thing.
Yeah, so I've seen a few clips of it where there's like, say a pop fly, to center field, and the dude will do a backflip before he catches it, which is impressive.
Yeah, sure.
Now, I mean, the only way you're going to really get me to watch baseball, even if it is, people doing backflips and gymnastics and stuff, is if they can run with the bat and use it. That would make baseball more interesting.
Well, when I was in elementary school, we used to play kickball, a little big red bouncy ball. You kick it, play it like baseball, right? That's how I broke my arm, was playing kickball. But to tag people out, you threw the ball like dodgeball at them. You didn't like tag them out.
And it was a real dodgeball.
Yeah, it was a real dodgeball that you kicked. So you just like lobbed it at people. Now that's a different way to play baseball. Just lob that ball towards somebody. It's like, oh.
I can still hear those things bouncing off my cranium.
Oh, the little dodgeballs, that little hollow rubber sound.
Yes. Man, they were brutal. All the concussions all those kids got back in the 80s.
Yeah, you had to deal with it, Yeah, kickball was brutal, very brutal.
Yes.
I mean, that's not why I broke my arm, but, I was the only one with a running kick. Not that much.
Well,
always did a running start kick.
It takes coordination.
Yeah, everyone else would stand still and kick. I'm like, why are you just standing still and kick? Just run and kick it. You'll make it. Make it go far.
If you time it right, you don't even break stride. You can just keep running to first base.
Exactly.
Well,
until they hurl that ball at you. But anyway,
you wake up on the ground going, "What just happened? Why am I drooling?"
How's it going, man? Though, how have you been? How's your week?
It was a rough week. Francis. Do you ever have a day it ends a little rough. You know, and you're like, fuck, I hope that doesn't carry over to the next day, and it does.
Sure, but I normally
like,
keep dry during those days.
You what?
I keep dry during those days where things go bad. Some people don't stay dry during those days that get bad.
Dry.
Unless I'm jumping the gun on the story that you're about to tell.
Oh, you are a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I was like, what is he talking about? But I go into the next day of my work, and right away I have, I mean, it was fine on my side. An interaction that was a little rough. And
okay.
And then I called my supervisor just to, you know, kind of shoot the shit a little bit, but also, you know, to vent. I'm like, hey, man, you say, you know, call you if you need a vent. So here, listen to this. This is what happened last night. This happened this morning. Just having a rough one. It's the last day of my week. Just trying to get through the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Later in the afternoon, when it's hot, it's like almost 100 degrees. Don't break kayfabe. I have a conversation with a couple people who don't want to leave the premises as quick as I want them to leave. And after a verbal exchange, the female partner of the two decided that she wanted to chime in and start saying stupid things to me. So I retorted, as you know, as a tradition and allowed to do. And the next thing you know, I'm for a microsecond, as I mentioned, it was really hot. I was cooled by a shower of cool liquid that came out of the plastic cup that she was holding. And then after that microsecond went by, I realized it was alcohol because my eyes were on fire. And some sort of mixed drink with vodka or rum. I'm not really sure. Don't drink either one of those, but it stunk like hand sanitizer. So I'm going to go more with rum because they used the rum for hand sanitizer for a little while. But yeah, I got a drink thrown on me and I wasn't even at a club. I didn't even say something stupid to a chick at a club.
Right. Well, yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
You know, I didn't. I almost said something stupid. But like, yeah. Oh, you're gonna say that to me? I just did. Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm covered in a drink. Like I said, it was refreshing for just a moment.
For a second, yeah.
But as someone who doesn't drink very often, to barely ever, smelling like alcohol for the rest of the day really puts a damper on your day.
It can, yeah. Oh,
I
definitely.
mean, for some people, it's a everyday occurrence, and you know, good for them. But when I'm walking past people, families, young people, old people, whatever the hell, and they're staring at me because I'm just wafting the smell of vodka or rum, it didn't make for a very good day.
I can't imagine.
So you can imagine. Well, you can imagine this, though. The phone call I made to my supervisor afterward. I'm like, hey, you remember I told you about that bad day? Well, it just got worse. And I said, at one point I did say, hey, me and my partner are covered in alcohol right now. Is there any chance that we can maybe go home a little early? Because it can't be very effective. And you yourself said if we... Oh, that's breaking kayfabe. If we have,
I was gonna say,
I was about to break some major kayfabe. But if we ever had a police interaction for any reason, and we smell like alcohol, there's gonna be a lot of questions. So I'm trying to make the adult decision and say if that's the choice that you're making, then maybe we should leave. Nope, that didn't get to happen. So I improvised. Didn't compromise. I improvised. I just took off the shirt. I luckily had another shirt on, but it smelled like alcohol too. So I just basically,
I would think so. Yeah.
So luckily, I can do my job without being face to face to people as well. So that's what I did. I did my job, secluded from everybody, and but the whole time I'm just like sitting there. I shift in my seat and just get a waft of alcohol. And then
that's not a way you want to spend a day. No, not like that.
I didn't really realize it was a mixed drink until later, like an hour later, when I went to scratch the back of my head and clearly missed an area I didn't rinse off very well, and it was sticky.
Ew.
I was like, oh, that would explain why my eyes are on fire, because it was full of sugar.
Fun.
Yeah, so that was a fun experience. It broke some kayfabe, but whatever. Nobody's listening. No, I know. But yeah, I mean, it's weird, almost getting punched, weapons of varying, sizes and shapes.
Yeah.
For what kind of street urchin are you to just be drinking from a plastic, cup inside of a grocery store? I think I answered it, but just like, oh, come on. And then isn't that some kind of alcohol abuse? Wouldn't that what an alcoholic would say? Like, you just spilled a whole drink.
I mean, they'd be upset if they spilled the whole drink, I think. I think an alcoholic would be very sad if they did that, but I don't know if it's
well,
if it's used as a weapon though, which
right.
I mean
it was thrown in my face, and then the person that threw it, did a 180 and took off. Yeah. So, and I was temporarily blinded. Not like, it wasn't like, Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport kind of blinded, but
right.
I didn't go into slow-mo and go, "Aah!" I didn't do that. But
should have.
I know, right? That would have been hilarious. But it was one of those, like, I had to take my glasses off and rub my eyes, and, like, my hand and my face and everything was just covered in alcohol. It was, I won't say traumatizing. It wasn't traumatizing, but it was a little shocking.
If anything, annoying.
It was more, yeah. It was more annoying than anything else. It was refreshing, like I said, for that microsecond. I was like, damn, it's hot in here. Oh, that's kind of nice. Oh, wait.
Couldn't it just been water, though?
Yeah.
A little bit of nice, ice cold glass of water tossed in your face.
Yeah, like, who cares about that?
Yeah.
And I don't honestly care, but I know I don't forget faces. So I'll be remembering next time I'm at that location. Be looking out for people with plastic cups, and who knew a plastic cup could become a weapon, or the holder of a weapon. But yeah, that happened, and it was, like I said, wasn't even on the club. Didn't even say something stupid to a girl.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question would be then, like, how do you prepare for, like, are you now wary of anyone who's carrying a cup now? Like, how you'd approach someone with, like, how you'd approach anyone with a cup in a similar situation?
With my job, Francis, I am trying to swerve around this one hard here. Hang on. Everybody that I see at my job is guilty until they prove themselves innocent.
Yeah, yeah.
That goes from children to old people.
Especially children.
Funny you mention that. I'll have to tell you something later.
Okay.
Let me write it down.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's funny. But so yeah, wasn't even at the club. Where to go? Francis.
Yes.
I was thinking about it.
Yes.
And there was a club that we used to enjoy going to in the Gas Lamp there in San Diego.
The club, yes. I recall the club.
It wasn't really a club; it was a bar, but it's the best I can come up with.
That's cool.
We would do our day at San Diego, and we'd go over to the bar and get into a bar fight. Help the bartender get into a bar fight, whatever, We played goalkeeper more than we did anything else, but we were there to back up our bartender that was being really nice to us. But I was thinking, it's been 10 years. Almost next year will be 10 years since the first time you and I went to San Diego Comic-Con. And as we are recording, it just ended 48 hours ago. The 2025 version of it.
That's true.
I haven't really been keeping up on the comic world of things.
Sure.
Outside of, our friends. But it appears that Image Comics is going through some shit, and they weren't there.
Oh, really? Oh, I did not know this. Oh, this is...
There was a huge plot of real estate that was empty.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was, you can always see like the tape marks on the ground of where there should be, where the outline of the booth is going to be or whatever. It was one of those like big studio booths, like that, the multi-story booths or whatever. Yeah. No Image Comics there.
Wow. Okay.
Well, this isn't really, that has nothing to do with San Diego, but since we are talking about comics, our friends over there at Source Point Press, they kind of scaled back a little bit.
Sure.
There's been some movement within the company.
Okay.
Our friend, Dirk Manning, has been chosen, promoted, given the key. He's the new editor in content, editor in content or editor in chief. I don't remember which one. But Travis has left and gone on to go do other things.
Okay.
So Dirk is taking over Travis's spot, basically. And Travis said he'd only do it if, this is so inside baseball kind of stuff, but if Josh Warner, the co-founder of Source Point, would stick around. So I guess Josh was looking to leave as well, which was weird because it's his company.
Mm.
But yeah, our buddy, it's cool to see it. It's not my story to tell, but Dirk's got a really cool story in comics. And just in the 10 years I've known the guy, he's gone through some ups and downs, and it's just kind of cool to see him get promoted to this, spot. It's just cool. It's just, yay, congratulations. I don't have applause at the ready here, but yay, golf clap.
Yeah, hey, there you go. Yeah.
But yeah, San Diego. We weren't there this year. We haven't been there the last few years. Something we both want to go and do again. I think now that
it'd be nice. It'd be nice.
Some of your health stuff out of the way. You got a year. We got a year to try and get in there. Definitely going to apply when it's time. Under all of our names, so we had the most amount of chances to get there.
Right.
But it's something I would like to go back and do it again and have some fun. And it's San Diego. It's just it's fun there. It's home.
Yeah, and what's really so great about it is that it's essentially a week because it's Wednesday.
Yeah,
Wednesday preview night till Sunday, so it's 5 days of a convention that died a little bit during COVID, and then has picked up again now that people are allowed to have been able to go out since the last 3 or 4 years. Mm-hmm. So with the resurgence of people going to San Diego, yeah, I would think that it's building up on its popularity again. Friend of the show, I guess. Alyssa was there.
Oh yeah,
totally. She's there every year.
Yeah.
Cosplaying as all sorts of different things, but she's always there. And it looks, based off just her pictures alone, but mind you, they're mostly just selfies than it is any of them. But it looks like still looks like it's very lively. I didn't get a lot of news, like big. You got the more of who we know news, but like. I don't know if Hall H was busy. I don't know if they introduced anything new or wild during that time. All I know is that James Gunn got like a standing O for his Hall H panel for Superman. So he got that. Sense. But outside of that, I don't know what's going on in like the mainstream entertainment world, so to speak, whatever that is. Yeah.
I know Hasbro did a panel talking about Transformers and G.I. Joe. Don't really have any details of it. but it's one of those. When we went that first year, it was one of those overwhelming, movie moments where it's just like, whoa, the camera goes around you and you're looking at everything. It is definitely like that. More so than any other. I mean, maybe New York would be kind of that same feeling just because it's New York, but
yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to fucking B.A. Baracus me to get me to New York.
I mean, New York, yeah, it's not the most, as a city, it's not necessarily the most.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have nothing against the city. I've never been there, but like, you're basically gonna have to trick me to get me to go to New York.
I went, like, the last time I was in New York was 97, so it's been a few years, it's been a few decades since I've been. But I have zero interest in going to New York. I'd go for the con, I guess, if they invited us to go, like, press for that for whatever reason. I'd go for press.
Sure.
But, like, I wouldn't pay money to go fly out to New York to go to New York Comic Con.
No. I mean,
not.
There's things of New York. It's got nothing to do with San Diego, but whatever. There's things of New York. It doesn't matter. That I would like to, experience. Like
Times Square.
No.
Statue of Liberty. I don't know.
No. Like food wise, like.
Oh.
Go to the Bronx and get that $1 cheeseburger that you always see on the internet and stuff. Or like, I just because there's a lot of cool food, but I don't want to be in New York to get it.
No, I get it. It has a reputation, and it
does.
It's not a reputation that is particularly inviting. So, like,
which is weird if you think about it, because Vegas is in the middle of a fucking desert, and there's dudes on the sidewalk throwing prosty cards at you.
Which I haven't seen it. I was there. I don't know, a couple of years ago.
I haven't been to Vegas as an adult. I'm just, this
but
is all.
They do at night, but I don't remember. Well, here's the thing: you go down Fremont Street, which is downtown Las Vegas, and Push? You don't need. Oh, good evening, Push. How's it going? I hope you're having a good night tonight. But like Fremont Street is just like women in pasties, walking around trying to get pictures with the kids, because who doesn't want their kid to be, with one of the showgirls in their little pasties, or men in their little tiny Speedos, also trying to take pictures with the kids.
Yeah, that's what's. Let me stand next to the guy with so my eyesight is at dick height.
I don't know if dodgeball is dodgeball better than kickball. I don't know.
Is dodgeball better than kickball? Yeah. I mean, kickball is just baseball with a dodgeball.
Yeah.
But dodgeball is fucking brutal.
And I've never, I was supposed to see the Sphere the last time I was there, and I'm like, it's too much hassle to go see the Sphere just to see what kind of weird image is on the Sphere. So I never saw the Sphere, even though I was there. I think it was just last year, So, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I think everybody has a perception that every casino is next door to each other, which they are, but every property is like 2 miles long.
It's also 1,000,000 degrees there.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's in the middle of a desert.
So,
do you really want? I mean, yeah, it's a mile, but a mile in 110-degree weather is a half day.
And most people don't like walking through the casinos because it smells like stale cigarette smoke, and I love the smell of stale cigarette smoke. So it's good for me, but most people hate that smell. So
yeah, because you can still smoke in casinos.
Oh yeah, yeah, you see them all the time, just puffing away at their,
Yeah, but God forbid you light up a joint.
I think you're okay with. I think you're okay with at least the vapes, the
fake weed.
Yeah,
as I like to call it.
Don't you partake in that too, occasionally?
Yeah, when I come see you.
Well, yeah.
Because it's just easier.
I guess. I don't know. California's pretty chill about that stuff.
Yeah, it is. You're right. And I imagine Vegas is as well. They just don't provide any place for you to consume it. You just got to do it in the parking lot of the hotel, I guess, and hope you don't get caught.
Yeah.
But I know ways around that. Every hotel room has a window.
But San Diego, yes, yeah. When the whole city turns into a big Comic-Con love fest.
And that's something that year after year, I've always said that I wish Denver would look at San Diego and go, oh, look at that. They incorporate downtown.
Yeah.
You know, bring your ticket and get a free appetizer. Get, the free appetizer might be fucking cheese sticks, but whatever, it's a free appetizer.
Yeah.
I kind of wish Denver would do something like that. And it's not really downtown's job. It's the restaurants and the shops and everything downtown to entice people to come in. But I don't know. It just I think it's just what helps make San Diego unique is having their hipster trendy downtown section across the train tracks, that you have to cross anyway to get on that side of the train to go home.
You need to go to the Gas Lamp when it's not San Diego Comic-Con and see what a difference that place is when it's not Comic-Con. Such a different place when you don't have thousands of people roaming that little small downtown area. It's like, oh yeah, it's like an actual livable, like fun area. You don't feel pressured to,
I don't have Francis walking behind me, pushing me so hard that it bends me in half, but he saves me from a pickpocketer.
It's dangerous, man. There's too many people. Too many people trying to grab for things.
Hey, I'm glad. All I know is that when I got pushed and got bent into a taco while I was still on my feet, all I knew is it was time to lock and load a fist and turn around and swing. And I turned and you went, keep walking.
Yeah.
Went, oh, okay. And you have better recon on the situation, I'm guessing.
I'm way too paranoid in crowds. I really am. I get way too paranoid about like things like that. So like I'm very hyper aware where people are in relation to.
Well, like I said, it was I was mad at first because I didn't know who did it, but after you're like, yeah, I did it. I was like, oh, well, thank you. I don't have to go to the chiropractor now.
Yeah.
I just looked like Professor Farnsworth for a second. Bent backwards. But yeah, let's try and go next year, San Diego. At least
I think that's a great idea. I would love to go back.
If I could do WonderCon and San Diego next year, that would make me a happy boy. I just don't know if that's financially feasible.
I would just, WonderCon is great and all, but if we actually have an opportunity to go to San Diego, which we can apply at the end of the year, and they give us the yes, of course San Diego. Forget WonderCon. I mean, I'll probably apply for WonderCon. Let's hope you two don't get. I don't ever get con sick. Push.
I do.
Yeah. Josh gets con sick. I never really get con sick. I'm very lucky about that. Now I will. Now right. In my current condition, I probably will. But yeah. Normally I don't.
Show up with one of them fucking Razor N95 masks and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, I'm gonna have to have like the industrial, and then cosplay around the gigantic, respirator.
You could just be make a character up.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can do like a cyberpunk jacket.
You're wearing
like the big mask.
Art. You do some Art Deco on the fucking art. The respirator.
But we also can apply this to WonderCon at the same time. So
Diego,
if we get if we get WonderCon and not San Diego, at least we
do one or the other. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Like I said, it'd just be nice to. Either one of them would be nice to go back to, just because I love San Diego and L.A. area.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I am with you.
Anaheim, I guess, more specifically.
Well, when it's across the way from Disneyland, like there's very little, there's very little to not like about that, because it's like, oh, it's the happiest place on earth right over there.
I can go get a $15 corn dog and get jacked up by fucking Disney security again. I won't even bring any paraphernalia with us this time, or camera gear or nothing. I bet you they just got a fucking picture of me and like, oh, here he comes. And he's with the same guy. Let's embarrass the guy again.
You're on some weird blacklist.
Yeah.
Like, oh no. He has no bag, but still, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Check his pockets. You tried bringing
If
in
you do go to WonderCon though, we're gonna get one of the hotels that are like the Hilton or whatever. That's like right
on
there.
property.
We're not going for We're gonna stay right at the convention center.
Yes.
Screw that. We're just gonna
Yeah.
get those days.
That's what's up, because you just look out the window and be like, it's not time yet.
Exactly. You know, and then you could just drop your stuff off.
That's true.
You get things, and then you just drop it off in the room.
That's
And then
true.
go back out again.
When we would one of the years we
easy.
were at San Diego, I discovered Gold Bond is a really good thing to have, a tool to have with you. And I apparently didn't put any on that day, and I was in pain.
No.
I actually ended up. Well, it was lucky. Well, I mean, not to bring up old sour shit, but luckily for me in this instance, you were kind of preoccupied with your brain at that.
Right, yeah,
that show
sure.
That year.
That was that year. Yeah.
So you and I weren't really hanging out a whole bunch on this particular day, and I was all in pain, so I actually left. Went back to the hotel and was there for like 2.5 hours, like jumped in the shower and tried to like cool my taint off that was chafed. And yeah.
What if we get a hotel at right there?
Yeah, I won't have to worry about it.
No.
I definitely won't have to walk as far if I'm chafed. But yeah, that's probably too much information, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. What else do I got on here? The drink thing.
A lot.
What's that?
We got a few more things to go, man.
Yeah, we got. So all right. So we talked about Hulk Hogan and Ozzy's death last week. And
Well, just Ozzy. Hulk Hogan died this past week.
Did we talk about? I thought it was announced right before we started the show. Or was that Ozzy?
No, it was just Ozzy. We only talked about Ozzy and his. Yeah, we did not, unfortunately, or whatever. Yeah, we never. Hulk was, I think, like on Wednesday or something like that.
I'm just looking back at the notes. You're right. Yeah. Interesting. Anyway, so Hulk Hogan died a couple days after Ozzy.
Yeah.
And well, first let's talk about Ozzy. It's crazy. Like, I don't know what music service you listen to, but I'm pretty sure all the ones that exist all had a huge surge of Ozzy downloads and songs added to playlists over the past week.
I mean, that's what happens. Yeah, that makes sense.
That is typically what happens, but it's, I myself was just kind of going through the library and I'm like, oh, there's songs I missed that I don't have on here, so I added a few and added some ones I was like, I don't even remember this. It's crazy, just how much love is getting poured out for Ozzy from all directions. Elton John to fucking Paul McCartney, even. Sorry, Sir Paul McCartney. Sorry. I'm an American. What do I know? And just, Zach Wilde as a guitarist is, he's still out touring and, doing songs for Ozzy. And one of the last remaining Monkey just did a show, I think night before last, and sang Changes.
Wow.
Yeah, the Monkey. Not even monkeys. Just the Monkey. Like,
I don't know which monkey is still alive, so yeah.
Well, it's the only one that's left.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what his name is either.
I don't know. I have no idea who you're talking about.
But it's kind of crazy. No pun intended. Song title. It's just the outpour of love. Then seeing the mixed reviews of Hulk Hogan.
Right. Yes.
Now, especially for wrestlers, I can separate character from human. There's a lot of people out there that say a lot of things. And maybe now is not necessarily the time to speak poorly, but because I mean, they're kids and grandkids that don't have a grandpa and a father. You know, so that sucks. Terry Bollea and Hulk Hogan, two different people. Kind of the same person, two different people. Because Terry started, basically was Hulk all the time. Hulk Hogan, wrestling icon. And depending on who you talk to, they either know him as a wrestling icon or a racist.
Right.
You know, and I know a lot of people, a lot of varying different ages. And it's interesting to see the different views on it. People asked me what my thoughts on it and that was basically Hulk Hogan was a wrestling icon. Wrestling wouldn't be what it is today. We wouldn't all love wrestling if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan. He stepped on people to get to where he was, but he was the man for 30 years.
Yeah.
Terry Bollea is an asshole. A racist asshole. Like I said, I'm not going to speak poorly. I mean, I just did, but
I mean, look, you're not the only one to think that way, though. That's the thing,
right?
Like,
you
can't.
I see him as both. Like I said, Terry and Hulk. Hulk Hogan. I'm watching 30-year-old wrestling right now. Why? I don't know. Why did I watch all of Heroes?
Why not? Yeah.
Like 6 months ago, because I have nothing else better in my life to do. So watching 30-year-old wrestling, and I just got past the point where Hogan turned heel for the first time, and seeing all and remembering as a 19-year-old, it blowing my fucking mind that the guy that I grew up with, eat your vitamins, take your vitamins, and exercise, and don't take steroids, kids. Don't do that. I do that, but don't do that. And then see him become the bad guy. It's just kind of great. And watching it again, it's just like, wow, man, that was such a huge turn. And now really poignant to look at it now is like, this was the height of his career, and he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what my point was to all that necessarily, but more, I guess, the boast that I'm watching 30-year-old wrestling.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not a wrestling person, and I knew about Hulk growing up. Like, he was a big name that I saw everywhere on television. He did a bunch of ads. He was on commercials. He was everywhere, and so he was a name that people respected and people cheered and that people loved. And he did movies, and he was a character. Very good, but like, when he died, so two things that I was reminded of when he died. One was that he is a beloved character. That there was a video of, I don't know, it looked fairly recent. I don't know how recent, because he looks older. He's doing like a meet and greet or something at like a store. Like, it's really small. It's just a little table store by himself, and a little kid, could have been more than like 5 years old, doing an impersonation of Hulk Hogan, right? Going, hey, brother, and all that stuff. And like
cutting a promo on the Hulk, yeah.
Yeah. And Hulk's just like in it. He's like just totally into the whole character. He's loving it. He's like giving it back to the kid, and the kid's just loving every second of it. And like, that's a beautiful thing. I mean, whatever you have to say about the guy. I mean, he made a connection to a lot of people who love wrestling.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people love wrestling because of Hulk Hogan.
Exactly. Yeah, he was the introduction for a lot of people into wrestling, because he was either beloved or hated, whatever, whichever way you want to go. But he was somewhere where people wanted to see him succeed or fail. And
I don't remember. I mean, I do, because A-Team ran from 83 to something, or 84 to something.
Yeah.
But seeing Mr. T and Hulk Hogan on screen on my favorite TV show, it blew my fucking mind as a kid. I don't remember what season, maybe 2, but Hogan was on an episode of the A-Team, and it was fucking rad.
Okay, Weren't Hulk Hogan and Mr. T also in Rocky?
Yes. Hogan played the character. Don't say it.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know the name.
Well, okay. I think I'm positive it was Thunder Lips.
Okay.
Thunder Lips challenges Rocky to a match, and Rocky goes into this match as a boxer, and Thunder Lips is there as a wrestler.
See, I only know Mr. T's name, which was Clubber.
Clubber Lane.
Yeah. So I remember that. But yeah, again, big enough to be in a movie with Sylvester Stallone at his, like, not his peak. He hasn't hit his peak yet, but like he's building his stardom.
Hulkamania was definitely in the build-up stages.
There is a sensation called Hulkamania.
Yes.
Like, that has his name as part of the thing.
Again, going back and looking at these old wrestling shows, everybody cuts Hulk Hogan promos. Yeah. Hulk Hogan always, Mean Gene, usually, because that that was the interviewer. A lot of these other wrestlers, they'll say the same thing. They, or if it is Mean Gene, Mean Gene, and they're all Hulk Hogan promos.
Yeah,
it's very interesting. The whole Gawker case and all
that was the last thing I was going to mention. So okay,
that whole thing. That's like I said, that's Terry. I mean,
right.
Terry
but that's
was
the other
Hulk.
thing. That's the other thing I know about him, though, is Hulk. Right. It was Hulk versus Gawker, the sex tape versus Gawker, and at the time I hated Gawker as a publication. I thought Gawker was a really terrible publication, and I was really glad they went down as a result of Hulk Hogan suing them for putting out the tape, putting out the sex tape.
Mm-hmm. So
I was like, oh, good. Because I don't know. I mean, I was influenced by somebody saying bad. I didn't actually read Gawker. I just remember somebody saying they were like, oh, good. I'm glad a bad thing went down. But that was a big deal back then. Like, it was a story when he was kind of not doing his thing, when he was more Terry than Hulk, right? Like when he stopped, and he kind of dropped the Hulk thing for a while. And he was just like, Terry, I'm going to date women who look like my daughter, and I'm going to, sleep with these, my best friend's wife, like whatever, like it's all good.
Go on.
No, but it's just like, but that was like, he had like this stint where he was not Hulk Hogan for like a while when he had that reality show.
Hogan Knows Best.
Yeah. So like he had that reality show for a while, and he wasn't like this character. He was like this real person. And it really really boggled my mind. Like, oh, here's this real person trying to be like normal. And what happens to normal people? Same thing that happens to a CEO of a major company. They cheat, they get caught, whatever. Like, I
actually told my girlfriend, I was like, it's going to be a really popular couples thing this year, but maybe we should do the kiss cam.
Oh, the dog! I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
Like, get a hula hoop, like paint it silver or something. We can carry it and just pose.
Oh, for like Halloween?
Yeah.
That'd be really funny. That'd actually be really funny.
I think it's going to be a popular
I'm down
thing.
with that one. I like that one.
I think it'll be a popular thing, honestly.
I think so. It's a good couple's costume.
That's.
But anyway,
yeah. I was about to. I was about to get all sentimental.
Oh, I should have stopped. I should have stopped you.
No, it's fine. You mentioned best friend's wife, and you trying to bang the best friend's wife. That actually happened.
Yeah.
His best friend, I don't know what his name is. Leslie is his last name, I think. Doesn't matter, but he's commonly known as Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Because that was one of the characters he played in WWF. And he's Hogan's best friend, Dink Dink. And when Hogan left for WCW, Brutus went. And he couldn't be Brutus the Barber, so he was like 3 different characters: the Booty Man, the Zodiac, and I think the Renegade or something like that, where he came back as a biker. It was really weird. But apparently one night Hogan tried hitting on Brutus's wife, try and do a wife swap thing as Brutus, told the story. And he's like, my wife wasn't interested in Hulk Hogan. She was there to be interested in my husband's best friend, Terry. You know, but he was apparently cutting promos and being Hulk Hogan and like, you know, kind of like respect the who I am, where I am sort of thing. And apparently that ended their friendship because Hogan told Brutus, like, hey, man, it's cool if you come, but don't bring your wife. Like, well, that's not going to work for me, brother.
Yeah. He had a really interesting outside of wrestling life that really made it into the public eye. But, you know, again, you know, it's interesting to see the discourse and kind of the reaction to Hulk Hogan's death. But again, you told me, and we didn't mention it yet, but at least in the two WWE events that happened, it was a fairly positive reception to his like in memoriam.
Yeah, I mean, all the fans are fans of the product. You're not going to get a lot of outsiders, you know, in that arena for that day. Maybe a few, but it's WWE, so even if there were people booing, they probably would mute it or pipe it out. But what got me was longtime manager, and I'm assuming longtime friend, guy by the name of Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. His manager, and he was up on stage. And Jimmy Hart always, for all the people he managed, he always had these loud, flamboyant, airbrushed blazers, suit jackets. And he's up there on stage in a red and yellow suit jacket and just crying his eyes out. And I was just like, oh, that got me in the last fucking heart, you know, string I have left. Is seeing poor 82-year-old Jimmy Hart, who the last time we saw him on TV was struggling to wave a full-size flag around while Hogan was getting booed out of the LA Coliseum with a look on his face like, please, God, end this. Get me out of here. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's just, that got me. It got me right in the feels. And then Monday night, Hogan's son was there for Monday Night Raw, which is a nice thing that they flew him out there for that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a high-speed chase happening right now, Francis.
Oh, Lord. Oh, man. I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
Just
at 9 o'clock at night? Jesus Christ.
It's just
guys.
for everybody that's
sleep.
playing at home. One of my guilty pleasures in life is watching LA police chases. They're just
They apparently
fun.
only happen in California.
I mean, they happen all over the place, but Fox 11 out of California is the only one that televises all of them live. So
No, well, every station here, televises our chases live. Yeah,
but at least 3 times a week, I get a little notification that's like, "Hey, there's a chase happening right now." It's at all times of the day. It could be 5 in the morning. It could be 5 at night. At 9 at night, apparently in your time. So it happens. Hulk Hogan catapulted wrestling into a worldwide viewing audience. Yes, very much so. Very much transcended wrestling as well. I mean, I remember seeing him on the Arsenio Hall show. You there?
Okay.
Oh, okay. You didn't react. I didn't know if you.
I didn't actually hear what you said.
Oh, he was on the Arsenio Hall show back in the day. Yes, exactly. It was the Johnny Carson. What was that called? The Tonight Show? Yeah. It was the Tonight Show, but it was Joan Rivers was the host, so Johnny was on vacation for one of them. Because you hear Joan Rivers talking. It was in their little video recap.
Right.
He was probably on Hollywood Squares, I would imagine.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Who wasn't on Hollywood Squares is the question you have to ask yourself.
Me?
Well,
I would have loved to have been like, somewhere around Stone Phillips.
Stone Phillips, okay.
Somewhere around his section of the square,
Yeah.
Maybe replacing Whoopi. She was always in the center, though. That's
she was center square, yeah.
That's too much attention. You got to be a good comic to be in the center.
Her and Bruce Valanche.
Yeah.
Just like that, writer comic guy.
Wasn't Gilbert in the center? Gilbert Gottfried?
Probably. He was there, but I don't know if he was
definitely
in the center.
there, but like, they've had 8 million versions of that fucking show. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure at one of them he was the center. Well, I only remember Whoopi being the center. Who else was the center?
Well, she was the center square for a long time because she was the biggest star at the time in the 90s. So it made sense for her to be center square.
And everybody that's never seen this show is going, what the fuck are they talking about?
Well, Hollywood Squares ended in like what? It got rebooted in the 90s and then ended in
I thought they did like well, it is a celebrity show, but when they did like the they brought back the Match Game and all those classic game shows. Didn't they bring Hollywood Squares back then as well? Or
they
am I
didn't.
Okay.
They didn't.
They should have.
Oh, actually, wait a minute. Here it is. It wasn't Hollywood Squares. It was called Celebrity Squares.
Okay.
And Celebrity Squares were all black celebrities.
So it was on like BET or something?
I'm guessing. Hollywood Squares is getting a culturally updated remake with Celebrity Squares, hosted by DC Youngfly from this 2023. Debuted on VH1.
Well.
So, there you go.
Well, nobody watches VH1, so I hope that show did well.
I don't know if it. I don't think. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
God, who decided you'd ever say that? Nobody watches VH1. Nobody watches MTV. For us aged people, that's weird.
Hey, don't age us too much.
What?
Don't age us too much.
No, I wouldn't be like being at a dinner with people and talking about a 50s diner and so how restaurants make you do cheesy dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's this 50s style diner that would get you up on a table or a chair and make you do the twist while they sing some stupid song to you.
Sure.
The person sitting across the table from me went, "Oh, was that a popular dance when you were a kid?" I went, "I'm not
How old
that."
do you think you are?
I said, "I'm not that old, dude."
No, wait a minute. If a kid, like a 5-year-old says it, I'm like, whatever.
No, this was a fucking 29-year-old person.
Okay, Grandpa.
Well, we won't get into that, but
Yeah.
you and I already talked about that one. But yeah, it's what were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about Hogan, and then went on if he was on Hollywood Squares, and then
I was never on there. I do good on there. I'm quick.
I mean, I saw a recording of it once in 98, 99. And it's a lot of weird. It's a lot of like the guy at the beginning. There's that warm up guy before the celebrities make it on stage and start talking. It's a lot of him like out of the corner going, and the little applause sign. When you're supposed to laugh and applaud. It's like, yeah. All right, this is when you clap. Okay, good.
I don't think
this is when we cheer.
I've never been to a live taping of a show where of any kind.
They're okay. I mean, it's fine. I was in the live taping of Family Feud when Louis Anderson was the host, and I was on. It was the same day that I went to the Hollywood Squares.
Okay, you just made a day of it.
Yeah, we just made a day of it. Like it's CBS Studios is like right. I'm near enough of. I mean, it's a half an hour, 45-minute drive to CBS Studios. And it's free entry into their shows. You just have to be in line in the morning, and they'll let you in to watch the show. You don't have to get like a ticket or anything. You just show up online, and then they let you in.
That's awesome. Next time I'm coming, we're doing that.
All right. Yeah, they record 3 or 4 episodes in a day. For the we're there for like 3 or 4 hours, and they just record back-to-back episodes. But yeah,
that's fine.
Okay,
that'd be fun as hell.
It would be. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. Any of those type of shows, not like Family Feud. What's that one? Wheel of Fortune? Nah. Jeopardy? Nah.
Well, Well, Jeopardy now without Alex is kind of like, I don't know.
That is true. That is true. I think they kind of should have just killed it myself.
It would have been nice if they just let it go, but
I mean, Pat Sajak is leaving the wheel.
Yeah, Vanna White is staying, I believe.
I mean,
Pat
she's
Sajak
got the easiest job in the world. Stand up there, look good, touch the screen. It lights up. You don't even know how to spell.
Oh, so I guess Ryan Seacrest is the host of Wheel of Fortune as of last year.
Oh, well, Sajak's way gone then.
Yeah.
He said, see ya. That was a stupid joke.
All right.
Yeah, I could have said, like, see, Jack, I'm out of here. Say, Jack, I'm gone. No, not working. I try, man. I try. Yeah, let's see. There's that. Okay. Let's get on to this last thing here.
We're gonna wrap up on a sad note.
I mean,
not sad in the general sense,
it's
but
only
sad for
sad if
people.
you don't have VPN. No. See, we could see NordVPN. This could be your opportunity to provide this little dinky show with some free codes, because we're talking about something that NordVPN would come in handy to help out. Apparently in the UK, and from what Francis told me, there's a couple bills here in the United States where they're trying to get you to ID yourself to look at quote unquote dink adult material. Now, Francis.
Yes.
Do you remember an old word? It was real popular about 15 years ago. People really in a fucking having a conniption fit actually about it. And then it went away. And I don't know why they'll say people aren't standing up and screaming right now. Remember the words net neutrality?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to that?
I mean, technically it isn't affecting the U.S., so technically we still have the freedom to, look at anything we want online.
Look, if I want to look at diaper porn, I should be able to do that. If I want to look at stick figure porn, I should be able to do that.
Dude, you don't understand. It's for the kids. This is to protect the kids. That's all I'm telling you. Now,
like the UK needs to protect the kids any further than that. People in the UK adults can't even open their fucking windows in houses they own.
You're right. Yeah. Somebody posted a picture of them installing a standalone air conditioner unit to their UK home, and all the replies are like, that's illegal to have your window open
window
like
unit.
that. Yeah, because it was a window unit.
Okay, yeah,
and
yeah.
like, that's illegal. You can't do that.
Yeah,
And
you cut
it
the
was just
strap
really funny.
that only allows you to open the window an inch.
Right. But okay. So I've been following this for a while. I mean, for a while since it started, like a week ago or whatever.
I mean, that's a while in today's age.
That's true. So it's called the Online Safety Act. It was incorporated so that you have to prove you're an adult to access adult content. Now, adult content doesn't just mean porn, because not only did they take down, so the big issue was they took down a bunch of adult games from Steam and a couple of their websites. A lot of adult games disappeared because it was a Visa and MasterCard. They did that thing, but this is also on top of that. So Visa and MasterCard is doing thing about censorship. Now the UK is like, if you want to look, you have to give us a picture of yourself. So we have to show you, know you're an adult. And the way the kids are getting around this is there's a game called Death Stranding 2 with a very realistic looking, I forget the name of the main character. There's a main character there. He's an actual actor, but he has the facial animation there is super realistic. So they just put their phone or whatever camera up to this guy's face to pretend they're an adult so that they can look at adult content. So what the UK is, I'm actually conflating this Visa, Mastercard stuff. But the UK specifically, it's like, hey, if we can't tell you're an adult, you can't look at certain, anything that is considered adult content online. So you have to give us an ID, or we have to take a picture of you. Which is, again, okay, some people are like, yeah, I don't have nothing to hide, whatever, who cares? It means that they know exactly what you're looking at.
Yeah, you might be
Whenever
looking
you're
at
looking
diaper
at
porn.
Well, even if it's porn, but like, there's a lot of degenerate porn out there that people want to look at that's legal and adult, but it's kind of weird anyway. Like, you're dressed up as a dog and you're doing doggy things, right? Like that stuff exists.
Right. To each their own.
Yeah, to each their own.
Don't let my
But, like,
shuddering, change anybody's idea.
But like, there's things out there that's like out of the norm, but it's perfectly legal.
Yeah.
But it's like, but as an adult, we don't want everyone knowing our business. And in the UK, they now know your business. So they did a petition to.
Yeah,
to
you
get
actually
this.
have to ask the jerk off now.
You have to ask to jerk off, yeah. And so the citizenry said, okay, we need to do a petition because the government is legally bound to take any petition seriously and discuss amongst themselves whether or not this is something we should keep doing. And so they put out the petition, 400,000 signatures on this petition saying, hey, this is wrong. Stop it. Stop it. And the UK is like, no. we're that thing where we said we'd listen to you? We lied. We're not going to listen to you. We don't actually care about you. So there's a big hullabaloo. Now, Australia is passing a law that says if you're under the age of 16, you cannot access YouTube to protect not just adult content on YouTube in general.
Interesting.
Yeah, because
there's so much bad stuff on YouTube.
There is, sure. But there's a million more good things in there than bad things.
Sure. A lot of education on YouTube.
Yeah. So if you're under 16, and here's the twist though. If you don't log into YouTube, you can watch whatever the hell you want. It's people who have accounts and they know your age. You can access that stuff. And now in the US, there's one called I think it's the Children Safety Act or something like that, Child Safety Act, where they're going to do the same thing as they are in the UK, where you have to give a photo of yourself for an ID to look at anything considered quote unquote adult. This again comes at the tail end of Visa and MasterCard denying their services to online retailers to sell adult games and horror games. So like adult and horror games because it can elicit violence or sex or whatever. Like it listens to that stuff. A bunch of like Steam, like I said, Steam just got rid of a bunch of their adult games, and a couple of horror games got delisted because it's So they may come for the stuff that you like eventually. GTA is going to go away. Big GTA fan.
We're not going to have to worry about it. GTA 6 is never going to come out.
Yeah, that too.
It's just vaporware.
It's just vaporware. No one doesn't exist.
It actually doesn't exist at all. It's kind of like the trailer for the new South Park season. Like none of the stuff. That was something I did take from San Diego. They said they made this long ass trailer and put it out there, and nothing from this season actually happens in that trailer.
Oh, okay.
They said, did you guys actually think we canned all of our episodes? I said, we don't do that. We make our episodes every week.
There you go.
Good for you guys.
So, how did you? So, you when did you learn about it? Like, how did you find out about the whole UK thing, or was it just something you stumbled upon? Or was it me talking to you earlier today? Earlier when we started.
I enjoy. Nope, wrong words. People have spicy content, and I like looking at it. I don't know how they'll say it.
Nothing wrong with that.
So this spicy content creator is out of the UK, and she started talking about, hey, if you live here and you want to keep seeing my content, make sure you have a VPN and change your origin, whatever, change your country to anything but the UK, because you're not going to be able to see my stuff. And I went, what is going on? And I went, man, it'd be a good time for NordVPN to step in right now. And we could do the whole read right now, and it makes sense. But no. But yeah, might be something worth getting into, because there's going to be some country that's like, we don't care.
Well, look, UK is very close. The government is very close to banning VPNs in the UK anyway. So,
again, net neutrality.
Well, it's just because people are upset, and because they noticed, the government noticed the rise in VPN usage, and they're like, oh, well, this defeats the whole purpose of us controlling what people can see. We should probably pass a law to ban VPNs. It's not there yet, but they're thinking about it, because they're like, we should probably really screw our citizens as much as we possibly can.
All the people that are super addicted to porn, you better start hitting that download button.
Oh my God, you're gonna get arrested so fast.
I didn't say me.
No, but I'm like, the UK is crazy with a lot of they arrest people for like the weirdest stuff. You see, you put your foot in the wrong, on the wrong stone. They're like, you would go to jail. Like, they're crazy over there. I mean, it's a beautiful place. I mean, from what I've seen, but man, it's just, God.
They take you.
I don't want to live there.
They take you into jail and they fucking punch you in the mouth a bunch of times. So your teeth are all fucked up, and they're like, all right, you're done.
I mean, essentially, man, yeah.
Now you look like all of us.
But yeah, no, it's funny because you're right. There's a lot of UK people who do like just art. It's just art. Like, it's not even like sexy art. It's just like art with some nudity in it, and you're already just.
Even if it isn't art, maybe it is just somebody showing you their insides. You should be able to see that if you want to. And I guess they're not stopping you. You just have to prove who you are, and then. Later down the line, they're going to be like, look at Francis. He's into this.
Well, it's really more of the idea of like, where does it end? Like, because these people are determining what is good for you and what is not.
Right.
So,
right. And they're all fucking in their 60s.
Yeah. Well, higher up, man.
Well,
you're a couple decades.
You know what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
But like, yeah, right. Like
that's always the case. That's always how it is.
So I don't know. I think that's the biggest worry is that, porn. I mean, a lot of people are kind of like ban porn anyway. There's people out there like that. Fine, but like, there's going to be content that you love that there's a group of random people who know nothing about us, who are again 100 years old, are just be like, man, I don't like it. I don't like tattoos. Anything with tattoos banned. Or I don't like septum rings. Anything with septum rings banned. Like, it doesn't matter. It could be something stupid like that. I don't like belly buttons. No more midriffs banned.
Oh, that would hurt my heart.
But that's my point. Yeah, who doesn't love a good midriff? But like,
you get an extra 5 points.
Yeah,
just for a midriff.
So like, again, where does it end, and how do we stop it? It's either it's all allowed, or none of it's allowed.
Again, net neutrality.
Yeah.
Have we forgotten already how important that was 15 years ago?
Well,
people were losing their fucking shit over.
They were
over the whole thing, and then now we're just like, this is happening. We're just, whatever. No one's going to fight it. Make a survey, because surveys have always worked for everything.
Well, this is our chance. I mean, this is our chance as a society to like hire lawmakers who are our age, right? Who are young, in their 30s, 40s.
I mean, I think it's going to be, you're going to be hard pressed to find a whole bunch of Gen Xers standing up to do anything, because
most Gen Xers are just ready to die, in all honesty. You're just ready to go. Like,
I mean, we all died, internally a long time ago.
Oh yeah. We're just ready to like, just
right about the same time we realized that there's commercials where, asking our parents where we were.
It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?
Yep, that was a real thing. But yeah, it's answer your first question. It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It has been a week, full of spotlighting people and their careers, the ups and downs of their careers.
Yeah.
The crazy, aftermath of kiss cams, and
That was last week.
it's still happening. It's still happening.
So the New York Times, just as a little happy little funny thing,
I like that.
reported, and I don't believe it. People don't believe it's true, but the New York Post put out an article that says that CEO is suing Coldplay for for having the camera guy go to them in the kiss cam thing.
There's another photo taken from the stage, and you can see them embraced.
Well, yeah, but they're like specks.
But you can still see them.
Yeah.
It's clear as day who the two of them are. It was a small venue.
It was, yeah. It's funny. I don't know if it's true, but it'd be funny if they do sue Coldplay for that.
I mean,
Really
one of the varying different memes that came out a week ago. One of them was an AI response where the guy was like, It was basically his statement put into AI. And him reacting like, I'm going to sue you. And it's all animated. And that's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, AI. What can't... AI.
I wish AI could scratch my back for me. What can Brown do for you?
We already talked about these back scratchers, man.
I know, but...
Where's your back scratcher?
I just felt like, stretching my arms, I guess. But that's going to do it, I think, for this week. Francis... Where can people find you on the internet?
One place, linktree.com/aka the other guy for all things me, books, award-winning books, other shows, and yeah. One of these days I'll put out a show where I can rant about life. I want to be one of those like podcasters that are just like already screaming at the clouds.
Just wake up and just choosing violence to the clouds.
Kind of, yeah. Kind of want to do that. I want to be that old man rocking in my front. Get off my lawn, screaming at the clouds.
So your podcast is just going to be what grinds my gears.
Oh, I can't take that.
No, but that's
Simpsons already got that.
But that's what it'll be, though.
Yeah.
Like this week, that's kind of what this show is. Kind of really, it's what pisses me off or I find interesting throughout the week. So.
Yeah, it's less about pissing off, being pissed off than it is about stuff you like.
That is true.
Yeah.
I grew up in a time where synergy wasn't a thing, and it proved that by when I started all of this. There's 900 different places you can find it. But I have people in my life like Francis. They go, "Hey man, there's things called Linktree."
Which has been around for like a decade, and we finally used it.
Look, shut up.
I'm
telling a story.
Yeah.
So I finally went to Linktree, and I climbed up the tree, and I found a branch. And I wrote all my stuff on the branch. You can find all my stuff at linktree.com/the303ninja. Find all the points of interest stuff and all the Josh Hawk stuff. I said my name. That's the stick, man. You say my name, the thing gets played.
You gotta press the button, man.
So that's it for this week. You'll find us next week, same place, same time. The song's ending, so I vamped long enough for that. Hope you had a good time. We're out of here. See ya.